Welcome to the second part of the video. Alright, let me get started. I'm just going to do my own quick little effect and sort of duplicate. Basically, this is a website called Pexels.com. These are free stock videos, and I chose this one. It's no sound or anything. It's just a woman jumping, sort of slow motion. Could be a little laggy in the recording, not sure. It's not the best laptop. It used to be really good, but it sort of slowed down over the years. So, I have the video here. Woman doing some jumping exercise. So what I'm doing right now, I'm using a program called Adobe After Effects. It's used for video editing and effects for the most part, and motion graphics, you know. Like you see like end credits of films like Ant-Man and Wasp, that cool one, or something like that, or 300 films, you know. They show all of the blood and guts and the sort of silhouette characters, you know. That's done in like software like After Effects here. So basically, and that's all I'm doing. I'm just right now dragging the video here. Hope the computer doesn't like crash on me or anything. And what I'm doing here is I'm pressing Control D to duplicate this video. So there's another video underneath it, and there's one on top. Basically, this is like this one here layer where my cursor's at is a bottom layer. This one here is the top, which means that this is the video that shows on top, basically. So I was playing around with this yesterday a little bit. Basically, I think I'm probably gonna do a roto brush on this. How I did it yesterday, this is a roto brush tool. And you want to make sure you're on the first frame. There was an option, but when I go here, I have to double click that. That's all I did was double click that right there. And I should be able to roto brush now. And what I'm doing is, well, before I do that, let me go back. So she goes once. That's another down pose. I'm just trying to see where I want to, because I'm not going to do too much. I want to shorten the video. It's going to be way too long. I'm just trying to see where I want to stop. Maybe here on the second down pose. So I just pressed the right bracket key here to do that. Oops. Undo. Or was it Alt bracket? There you go. Sort of cuts it off there. I'll do it on both. Dragging this down. Right click. Trim comp to work area. So now the video is basically just shorter. Yeah, and After Effects is going to be pretty slow on this computer. I just want it shorter. Just 8 seconds is like too long just to showcase. Okay, now I should be good. Now I'll go back. Do roto brush. I'm not seeing the other little option here. Hopefully I don't need it, but. And all I'm doing is dragging here. And it's going to select parts. I'm just left click dragging. It's going to select parts for body. Anything I don't want selected, like this little area here, I just hold Alt and left click. Get the arm. Alt in this little space, Alt and left click. So I'm basically just trying to capture her body. It's basically an automatic software that captures whatever it is that you're trying to track, basically. It's sort of a silhouette sort of tracking software. I know there's like a 2.0 in the new version, but I don't have a desktop computer right now. to even try the 2.0. So this is the old version of Roto Brush. And from that point, down here, like, there's tracker and things like that. I'll get into that in the next one, but I'm just going to press the space bar to play it. And this may take a while. And it already stopped and restarted, so. And basically anywhere where it's not really working, like here, you know, and then you're gonna have to go back and do it again. More Roto. This is Roto. It's a long process. I did this inside of a software called, I think I use Nuke. It's called Nuke. I did that for my Parasite running through the hallway animation that I have. And then get that. Play again. But you'll see what I'm doing here in a second. And I may not even bother like getting everything throughout this clip at all. Get that. I could have kept that area, honestly. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's Roto, you know, it's not going to work the way you like it to. So I'm just alt and left clicking right now to take out some of the spaces I don't need. Get that hand. Shoes are good down there. Hit play again. Hit play again. Oh, it's gonna freeze on me. Oh, so far so good. That's fine. But then here, I do want to take out a lot of that. I'm just going back a few frames and taking out some of that. I'll play. The legs have been pretty good throughout, but what's going on is that the arms are getting thrown off because the color of her like sleeves here is so close to those tan buildings in the back. That's what's going on. So it's, you know, it's off in a few places. I'm not gonna go crazy with this. I could, but for the purposes here of the tutorial and showcase, I'm not going to do all that. But you see what I'm talking about in a second. And why rotoscoping takes so long. And this, you know, these software like After Effects and Autodesk Maya, that's 3D software. It's the standard. You know, there's like a million ways. There's 1,000 ways you can do anything. Probably delete keys in between, but I'm just gonna go with something basic here. Alright, let's say that's what I want to go with, right? So I sort of played around with this yesterday, but basically, let's go back here. Open this. So now I have like rotor brush and all that down there. But if I go back into this layer, there's either effects up here I can choose, or I can go over here and search, right? I'm going to go into blur and sharpen. I could do gauge and blur. I'll show both. I'll show both. So I can drag this in here, or I can drag this on top of the layer right here itself. I'm going to drag it on layer. And I'm select this slider. I'm going to drag it to the right. And see how she gets blurry? Look at that. Super blurry, right? Foggy. Smoky. I'm going to select this one here and press delete key to get rid of that. Show something else. There's also directional blur here. I'll drag this one in. And I will, increase blur here. Then I think here you can rotate the direction like downward, and you're aiming downward at the people, whatever. Or type it here, 180. Like that. So now she's blurry throughout. And see, some pieces here are showing or whatever, but I'm not concerned with that right now. That's all insane rotor brushing stuff you have to do. It is 1:25 a.m. I have to get up tomorrow. But no, I really want to get that video. Has so many views. And those are fake images in the video. So that's why I really want to do this, just to show everyone. So what I could do next is look for color correction. I wish I don't have Lumetri on here. So I'm just going to do a basic hue and saturation, drag it. Colorize. Turn up saturation real quick, so I can find a sort of a light blue. And then, right, so the blurry effect, you can make it sort of, you can get that sort of foggy smoke appearance. But then if you notice, like in the video, they're like sort of a grayish blue, right? Actually more of like, something like that. And then turn the saturation down. Like way down. But see, now she looks like completely different, right? And even with that blur that I have here, I have it on 64. I mean, I could blur it like that even more, right? And it's crazy, and stretch it out. Or even like this. The 0 was good. But basically, After Effects is all like composition and layering. So you just layer things on top of other things and continue layering, and you get some crazy effects. I hate that rotoscope, but like I said, just for demonstration purposes, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now if I go back here, so there she is, right? Now I have that effect laid on top. But then I should be able to take this. If I press the position, I press the letter P there. Should be able to, you know, as an example, like drag this. And you see, like, it's not even changing the background, see? The background's not moving. You can't see because the roto basically just, again, keyword, took the silhouette of her that I selected. That's what the roto brush was doing. It was taking the silhouette and sort of masked it out, basically, a mask. So, oh, the angel's up here now, whatever, right? And again, you can make it like super blurry and everything. And you know, you could just throw in like a spear or a circle. You know, like they went pretty crazy on this. Blurry. They probably did add some fog effect, which are like external plugins or something. But the purpose of this sort of tutorial here is to show you that you can duplicate, and this is without even doing all the tracking. I didn't need to do the tracking. So now it's actually following along. Let me see if there is, it's maybe too much, Bezier warp. So I'm moving her down. Yeah, and see, I can like drag these and, oops. You can stretch her. Ah, look at that. Drag, stretch. You can distort it. You could make it look like that spear, you know. So that's basically what I'm saying. Oh, really, let me go ahead and... Then I want to actually, if I do go ahead and add the Gaussian, this will be cool. Onto it. Look at that. Now you tell me this looks like a fog effect or not like that. And then I can figure out, you know, how to really stretch her out and things like that. And to be honest, press T for opacity. Let's say like 60%. %. But you still see it, right? So this is the point I'm trying to get across. Press S for scale here. Scale it up a little. And then you still see it over here. There you go. So basically, this is just one example of like 1,000 ways, you know, you can create some smoky ghost effect. I mean, they could have used like external plugins too. You know, I don't have an external plugins here, but it's like actual, like straight up, like, oh, here's a fog effect you can install, and or if I wanted to, I really could go in here and add my own, like, see. It's like fractal noise. See how that sort of... But I think, you got to go into the whole... the alpha effect and all that. Yeah. That's cool, too. See, now it looks sort of foggy. I'm not sure if the saturation will matter. Here, let me see something. I can make it a little bit bluer, like that. But then you have to do like an alpha mask and everything. Look at that. So there you go. There it is, playing through. It's gonna take a while to render the frames through. There you go. This is just one of many ways, you know. There's thousands of ways you can do something in After Effects or Maya. And then I'm going to show, next I'm going to show what tracking is, basically. What tracking is like in film and animation. There you go. Thanks for watching. I'm going to save this out though.
Shinobu Kocho. Butterfly Dance.